I was wanting to show you, ended up having to get a new tire for the farm track, which was a fairly expensive venture by the time you got the tube and the tire and labor, which I don't think the labor was all that bad really. But you can see right here, something has ruptured it from the outside in. It could have been booted and ran a while, but it'd been easy for it to keep tearing or something else to punch through it. So, and old tire's got good tread on it, but it's got several bad cuts and getting old and dry rotting. I ain't got my other set of lights on in here, but maybe y'all can see this tire. It's a Galaxy Earth Pro 8-ply. Actually a pretty good looking tire. I think Yokohama makes them. I do believe. I might be wrong. But think about checking on possibly getting some of those, that brand, to go on the farm track, on the 245, because I need rear tires on it pretty bad. I might call and see if they can get me a couple. Ain't no big rush, It'll probably cost me $1,200 or $1,400, maybe more than that, by the time I get everything said and done, to replace the back tires on it. But I would like to have them, because the ones that's on it's been on there since I was probably about 6 years old, and they're about wore out. And the 24-inch tires, sometimes they're hard to find, so it might be good to have some, get them ordered and have them put on before something happens to these old tires I've got. But I'm getting ready to go mow on the strip job. It might come a little shower or two the rest of the evening, but I don't think we're gonna get any hard rains. And then it's supposed to be nice for about 4 days, so we'll see what happens. Coming a little shower right now, but it ain't too bad. This field had been getting a lot of weeds in it. It's got a few starting, but they've not really took off too bad. You can see they're fairly short still, them milkweeds. I come up here, sprayed this just a week or so after I cut it. up here. They got a wreck down on Route 72 right now. I couldn't go. Tiffany took plates. It would have took me probably 10 minutes to get home. To got to a vehicle, so I just called to see what was going on to make sure they didn't need any extra help. Wasn't too bad, didn't sound like, so I don't feel bad about not going. I'll finish mowing this up, and hopefully we'll get it baled this week. Good thing about it is mower, it don't matter what kind of condition the grass is in, it'll mow it. Not picky. Well, I got her mowed and trimmed up, headed towards the house. We'll get back with you for something else. Well, I think we're going to run up and see if the hay will bail on a strip job. I fluffed it yesterday evening. Dad went up midday and fluffed it today. Had some really good hot sun today, so it should be a-okay, I hope. And I didn't get to see it. They got a little Yanmar tractor, about a 30 horsepower or something, up at school, and it got turned over today while they was mowing. I don't really know the situation or anything, but I'm gonna try to find out. I'd like to went out there. I think they already had it uprighted by the time I found out about it. I offered to go help, and they come to get a chain to tow it back. But I think some of the construction people, I know it's dark in here, I'm sorry about that. But I think some of the construction people that's building the new elementary school helped get it uprighted for them. Luckily nobody was hurt, or not that I know of. But we'll get started. Today in this field is a good example of what I have been explaining to you all about fall of the year and the mountains. This hay up here from the fence line over to about where Dad's going down the hill right now is good and crispy. But from there on down, there's enough of this hill, it don't get the sunlight of the mornings as good, and this good hot evening sun is not hitting it as strong. And it's kind of right on the borderline of, yeah, I'll go for it or wait. And I'm on the borderline of, yeah, I'll go for it. But what I'm gonna do is let Dad get some of that raked up, and I'll leave it and get it towards the end, and that'll give the sun a little more time for it to dry. Getting it raked up in the windrow also help. But this up here, you can hear it crunch when you walk on it and stuff. Feels good. But just a little bit of hint of green in that down there, but not bad. That's where I'd like to have a moisture meter to shove in a hay bale after I bale it, and I'd know a little more. But nothing else, we'll bale everything that is dry and get that tomorrow or something. But it's probably gonna get baled. I guess is what I'm saying. This right here is gonna make some pretty hay. Like I said, all of it's really good shape except for about probably gonna be the bottom 4 windrows, but I think my very thick though. This here's pretty short. Not very tall. Grasshoppers up here like crazy. I think that hurts it. I don't know if that's a deficiency in the ground that attracts the grasshoppers or